Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unboxing Series here in the workshop. And today we have from Wonder Woman 84, Wonder Woman Golden Armor Suit. This is the regular edition, and here is the box and the box art. Credits on the back, of course, as usual, from Hot Toys. Still our figure. There's been a lot of hype around her and how good she looks, how good the head sculpt is. And today we finally get to look at it up close and figure it out for ourselves. But for me, unfortunately, there was a mishap. As I was posing her, she fell off the turntable and off the desk, and she broke. Her armor busted, and I had to glue it back on. So we got her put back together, and we can continue the review. And even though she broke, I think I got it back to where it should be. Again, she's an awesome figure, and I'm super glad I picked her up. Again, this is the regular edition. I did not get the one with the wingspan, which is fine because I don't have the space for that wingspan of hers, which would have been cool, but it's, I think the regular edition will do the job. But here she is outside the box, all plastic removed. And yeah, a very stunning piece. I'm super glad I decided to grab her. And I will be picking up the regular suit edition once it comes out, the one with the sculpted hair rather than the rooted hair, which this one has. And the rooted hair really complements the helmet, and it looks good all together. But just taking her out of the box and holding her in hand, I already knew that this was going to be a high score. There are a few nitpicks, but other than that, it's pretty damn good. I like it a lot. I'm glad it's in the collection. And for now, we're just going to go in for a closer look at the details. There she is, the head sculpt. I think I'll use this as the focal point for the head sculpt. Sorry for the shakiness. But the rooted hair looks really good. They did a really good job there. And then the face sculpt is the closest to Gal Gadot I have ever seen so far from Hot Toys. But the gold armor, it really pops. I really like the design choice that they use for the fabric underneath. I believe it'll hold up for any posing. Not that it offers much posing at all. There's a little bit of ankle articulation there at the feet. They are double jointed knees. And double jointed elbows. Now I am going to show what she looks like in full garb with the wings and the helmet. And again, she looks really good. I did have trouble keeping her standing without the stand, which is a waist grabber. And if you get it right, it won't be rubbing all along the armor to scratch it at all. So if you do it in the right spot, it's usually around the middle of the torso. If it shouldn't be scratching at all, and it really shouldn't be touching it at all either to be scratching the armor. At least that's how I found the best way to do it. As you can see there, right in the middle, you can barely see it. But I needed the stand to stand her up again because the weight of the wings would just knock her over anyways. But she looks really good, and I was going to go in for another closer look at the head sculpt with the helmet on and the wings. As you can see before, the comparison between the head sculpt with and without the helmet, striking resemblance to Gal. I mean, it's awesome. They did a really good job on this head sculpt. And then again, that gold on the wings, on the whole armor pieces, it just popped. It's really well done. A lot of people say that this is the Kingdom Come armor, which it is. And a reason why they are picking this figure up because of that fact right there. I didn't mind the movie altogether. I didn't think it was complete and utter garbage, but I'm pretty sure I'm alone in that, and hopefully nobody unsubscribes for me saying that. But I think this figure is great, and so how about we check out some accessories? And let's start with the hands. You get 3 sets of hands. Open fists so that she can hold the Lasso of Truth. Not a whole lot of flexibility in there. Not that you need it, the rope is actually pretty thin. But the gold bands are really well. Again, Hot Toys, I like their hands. They do a really good job on their hands. But yeah, that'll hold the lasso, and then open hands. For any reason you may need an open hand with Wonder Woman. Again, the gold bands around these ones as well. And the fists. So she can punch whoever you want her to punch. But yeah, really well done. One thing I wanted to add about these is that when you're putting them on, the wrist pegs are kind of weird, and then under the wrist guard, you have to make it sure so that it's accurate that they go underneath, like so. And that can be kind of a pain in the butt right there. It kind of loses half a point or so for that right there. But you just got to make sure. You can see a little warpness to them already just from being on the figure. But yeah, just be mindful of that. And now we'll move on to the lasso. Nothing too crazy. It's just a gold string made to look like a rope. Very cool accessory. I'm sure you get her with all the other Wonder Woman figures out there. Yeah, pretty long. It's slightly bendy to where you could get it to stay where you want it to. But not as bendy as I was hoping it was. But it'll work. It'll suffice for those looking for that Lasso of Truth. And then a little bit of plastic one to make it look like she's holding on to more. And it goes on this hand. Again, pretty cool and integral to the figure if you've watched the movie at all, and to how she uses the Lasso of Truth. You could even wrap some of it through to make it look like she's holding onto it. Now on to the wings. These are pretty huge. They're bigger than I thought they were going to be, but again, it's 6 scale. And it connects on from here and onto the back. You're going to take off a metal plate that looks similar to the one that's connected to the pegs are coming out of. You'll take that peg off, and then you'll insert this into the back. And they do have some mobility, which is nice. I wasn't expecting that at all. I figured they would be pretty static for the most part. But you can tilt them and you can put them together. You can have them slightly open. Again, this figure really wasn't made for posing, in my opinion. But it's there, and it has some mobility to fit whatever you need for it to do. So, there's a plus in my book. And on to the base. Again, interesting Wonder Woman design. Using the gold and the blue, you can see the silhouette of the figure in the background. And then Wonder Woman in gold on the front. Focus. It doesn't want to focus. I'll get it there. There we go. But yeah, cool design logo. I like it. This looks good on the base. I like it when they do stuff like this again. Really cool. And then there is the waist grabber. Again, it didn't affect me at all to put her through there. And again, keep it on the waist, right in the mid-torso area, and it shouldn't be touching her at all, or touching the armor at all. So there's little risk to scraping the armor, chipping the armor. But yeah, it extends up to the height that you need it to. And yeah, it'll do the job. I'm not sure if I'll be using it, but it'll do the job. Nice hexagonal base, of course. And then, yeah, nice gold Wonder Woman logo. It's a base. Yeah, that does it for the accessories. Now we'll move on to the posing. Here she is, wielding the Lasso of Truth. Helmet on. And here I'm using the base as hopefully she just stands. Hoping that she doesn't fall off the table again. and she breaks like I did before. But yeah, she's pretty well up there. It's a really good figure, and if you're going to, I would recommend the deluxe version so you get more for your money. But this one shall suffice for now. I really like this figure. She's gonna be kind of a standalone figure for me because I'll be getting a different Wonder Woman for my Justice League shelf. But for now, I think she will look just fine on her own because this was the standalone movie Wonder Woman 84. And now I did pick up a little accessory to go with her that I wanted to try out, and it is this. This is just a string light that you can... I wanted to see how well it looked. It's a yellow string light, and it's a bit longer, and then I used an Iron Man base for this particular pose. But if you dim the lights just enough, it looks like it's glowing. And I'm sure if you pose the lights better than me, yeah, I don't know. I like it. I think it looks really cool like this. And then if we possibly dim the lights a little bit more, you can probably see a little bit better. But yeah, it's a really cool yellow. It'll work really well in a dimly lit room, of course. If it's too bright, then it really won't show. And then if it's off, it's orange. But I'm going to try to bring up the lights a little bit more so we can see more of her face. Again, I really like how this looks. I'm going to try, when I put it on a shelf, I am going to try to put it in a pose to where it looks better. Like she's more like she's whipping it around than it's just setting there. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Again, when I put it on the shelf, I'll probably just definitely play around with that string light and try to make it look really awesome. But I think the string light works. What do you all think? Do you think? Leave a comment down below if you think it works. How would you pose it using this light string, or would you use it at all? It doesn't heat up, so you don't have to worry about that, because these lights were made for clothing, actually. So there's no heating up, and it actually works really well in this position. But as for a score, I'm going to have to give her about a 9.3. Her head sculpt and the gold plating on the armor is what kept this score really high. And she's an awesome figure. And I hope you decide to get her. And that'll do it for today's episode. If you like this video, please give it a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. There are more reviews to come. Please let me know what you score this figure down in the comment section below. And as always, be safe, be healthy, always be kind, and I'll catch you on the next one.